okay, so right, so obviously this is, I always get this as like business, finances, that kind of thing, right? So although the economy is going to recover, there's still aspects of the economy that will, there's a part of the economy that will never recover, okay? So I think it was that way, right? So I'll never recover. That industry's gone, okay? But the burden, as in you're not being able to see the wood for the trees, as I say, that is, there'll be a clearing and you'll be able to see what's going on, okay? You'll be able to, a clearer picture's coming in May, and there's new money, a new currency and a new way of doing things. It's going to be backed by gold and silver. Now I always tell you what I know, okay, and what I've heard. Right, I have heard this, it's going to be backed by gold and silver. But there's going to be certain parts of the world that don't have gold and silver because that's been all sold off, okay. So they're going to have to get around that, okay. They're going to have to get around it. So what else am I seeing? Okay, for me, I get that as being, the media is going to be a wee bit more impartial. It's going to, the media from now, I would say, to May, it's going to get dismantled, and I'm getting it really, really strong. And they're going to put in, like, it's going to be completely new people. It's not going to be the same faces that you see, like, you know, like for the BBC, for Fox, for CNN. It's going to be different people. And I think, and I'm getting told, that those who are in social media, who have big platforms, bigger platforms, they're going to get investments in, to bring it into more into the fore and more into the mainstream, as like say the BBC, CNN, those types are going. I'm getting told those types are going of the media. Just to see if we can elaborate anything else. Okay. So just to elaborate a wee bit more. Let's see. Alright, okay. Yep, the riches is going. Bribery's going. Nobody's going to, well, there's always that room for people to be corrupted, right? But they've seen what's happened to those who were corrupted, and it's going to be more difficult to corrupt people. Yeah, see, I get that as, I mean, I always know this is quite a gross looking card, but I get that as in the media. You know, the big heads of the media, you know, they're going to be dismantled. There's only like about five media barons. This might be the UK, but I don't know if it's like worldwide, but there's 5 that are going to get dismantled. And I'm getting that people are going to be, it's going to be more local, you know, not let's say big city news. This is going to be really, really local news, and it's going to be people online, because the young get their news online anyway. So, but the old generation, they're going to start getting their news from elsewhere because they're waking up to these, and they've wakened up to them, the fact that they've been telling them a whole load of rubbish. Baloney dressed up as fact, as I always say. So Just a wee clarifier for me, please. Wee clarifier to clarify it all, please, for me. Emotions are running high because it's quite nostalgic, like the BBC, and especially for the elder generation. That's always been, you know, where they got their news and where it was reliable. They always thought it was reliable, and then they've discovered that it's not. So that's me. So we'll see what's coming in June. Let's put these back up again. Right, so June 2021. June 2021. June. Right, okay. Get these tangled. Alright, oh well, yeah. Let's see if I can. Right, by June there's going to be a lot of inspiration. People are going to be inspired to get out and do things for themselves. Create more. They're going to create more than, instead of going out and buying things, they're actually going to create a lot of things. And it's going to be to do with somebody who they admire, they really, really admire. And it's a case of, if he can do it, we can do it. If he can do it, we can do it. So I'm going to see what it is, if I can get a wee grip of what it actually is, what they're trying to do. It's cloaked in mysticism now. That's, I think it's been kept under wraps just now, because it's as if somebody's got a cloak and they've just put it right over, because they don't want, I've got to watch what I'm saying, the deep, that word, is not been taken down fully just now, but it will by June. So they're keeping things under wraps, he's keeping things under wraps just now, okay. But people are going to say, if he can do it, we can do it. If he can do it, we can do it, okay. So, let's see. Right, that wanted to come in. Right, let's see. I'm getting told we're going back to the old ways of doing things. Before, we'll still have technology, obviously, we'll still have it, but people are going to be working with their hands more, and it's going to be hands-on, it's going to be making things. I can see a lot of carpentry, a lot of old way of doing things coming back. We're not going to be relying on machines. There will be still that technology, but people will be going back to the old ways of doing things. Old, see, like old remedies and old folk tales I'm getting here. It's as if they're all sitting round tonight and they're talking about way back, the way they used to do things. I'm getting a new kind of energy, coming, and it will not be as expensive. A lot of the energy is going to get brought back to the people instead of for profit. It's not going to be for profit, it's going to be for need. It's going to be for need, and you're only going to take what you need. There we go, there's the Saviour still around, and he's guiding the children. He's guiding the children just now on what they've came to the earth to do, what they've came to the earth to do. Yep, communication is, we're going to communicate more, and it's not, we're going to actually communicate, not kind of texting and messaging. We're going to actually communicate face to face. This year has taught us that humanity needs touch, it needs to communicate, it needs to be tactile. You know, this social distancing is going to end. It's going to end. It's going to end. So that's what I've seen for June. Or May, maybe? Oh God, I've thinking it up already, I think. Right, July. Right, July. So July. Right, so July. You see, that was the same will come out again. Oh hey, are you having a laugh? Excuse me while I go and get these. Oh, in the name of goodness. Oh my gosh. Hope you can still see them. Okay, so after they flew away, so this was July. Oh, okay, right. I get balance. I get, see the way she's trying to balance. Try to keep everything in balance. That one came out right thingy, so I still get this as a new currency. People are going to be confused as to it's the same, right? It's the same currency, but I think there's something to do with it that it's going to confuse people. Going to confuse them. I've got that as, you know, everybody's healing slowly from not only just this year but the year before that, and for a long time things have been out of balance. That's what I'm getting. Things have been out of balance for a long time, right? And people are just starting to feel their life coming into balance again. Coming into balance again. So we see. For July 2021. Oops, that wanted to come out. Yep, and people are getting a wee bit wise, a wee bit more wise to, they question things, they question a lot. Instead of just accepting everything, they're starting to question. Why are you telling me this? Do I need to know this? Why are you telling me this? What are you hiding? That's the kind of questions that are coming out now. Because people don't trust. And I'm sure this is the media and the new media, that there's still going to be that wee element of distrust there, but that needs to be built. That needs to be built. So, let's see again. Oh, there we go. Right. So I'm getting that we're still going back to old ways of doing things, old ways of building, old ways of like sewing and knitting and stuff like that, where it's not going to be mass produced and wasted, because there was a lot of waste even in food. But I'm just going to take what we need from the earth. That's what that's the message. You take what you need and no more. The greed, you know, there's no need for greed, and there'll be plenty for everybody. And I'm getting it, the road is still a bit bumpy, but it will be until the new way of doing things comes into being and we get used to it. We get used to it. Because there's still going to be that element of people who are greedy and want everything, and don't think that the people, you know, people are going to work, but they're going to work in communities. They're going to work with one another. Instead of seeing, you know, like say, wanting the best of everything. You want the best of everything, but the best of everything was a lot of waste. A lot of waste. So this is for July. Just a wee clarifier for July. Yep, we're going to have to adjust to it and yep, adjust to the new way of life, and the fact that you can't just go out and get what you need. You know, you'll need to kind of, why do I want this? You know, why do I want this? So there we go. So the next one's August. There we go. August. Oh, not wanted out. Not wanted out. Right, so August. Oops. Right. Oh, that's come out again. Still balancing. Right, we're still balancing in August, right, but it can go one of two ways. There might be an aspect of reverting into the old ways, you know, the see want must have ways. What was that way? See want must have ways. And I still get Trump walking away. He's walking away. He's saying that I've done everything I can, it's up to people, because we in the Garden of Eden, we got that choice. We got that choice. So it's going to be up to people, the level of greed. But that could be we're walking away from the riches as well, and we're just going to take what we need. Yep. We're not leaving it for everybody, for a handful of people, you know, at the bottom. Everybody's going to take their fair share, and nobody's going to be left behind. There's not going to be super rich and there's not going to be super poor. It's a case of you take what you need, you work for what you need, but you don't work all your days, because you'll work yourself into an early grave, and that's not what life's about, I'm getting told. That's not why we came here, to work as a slave. Okay. I get that as the people who've worked hard to bring in and bring people out of the darkness and make them see are going to take away learned rest in August, because the battle for information and to free the mind is only just going to begin. And I'm getting the horizons are green. Look to the future, look outwards, not inwards, look outwards. Look what you can have. What you can have and what you can achieve. But don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. You can have your house, you can have your job, but you'll be working for yourself. You'll be working for yourself. Not for other people, for yourself. You're not going to be working to make other people rich. That's what I'm getting loud and clear. Loud and clear. And those who took and didn't give back, all their riches is going to be just frittered away. Frittered away. So we need a clarifier now for, was that July, August? This was August. I've lost the place already. August, I think that was. Yep, don't let, there's still going to be people that are going to be prideful. You know, that they've worked all their days, but they've got nothing to show for it. Even though they've got nothing to show for it, they're still proud that they worked all their days. They're still in that old mindset of, well, I worked all my days and I'll sit back and relax. And they'll expect people to bring it to them, but to a certain extent that'll happen. But I can see them, that's only going to work for so long, and then they'll get bored, because they'll see everybody getting, like say, the vibration of the earth coming up to such an extent where everybody will be enjoying themselves and enjoying life, and they'll want to be part of it. They'll want to be part of it. And it's funny how that's come out in August. It's still so far it's still quite a hard slog, 2021. But it's come. You can see it slowly rising. You can see it slowly rising out of the darkness into the light. And there's going to be wee dips in the roads, obviously. There's going to be wee dips, but we're going to come back out again. So the next one's September to December 2021. There we go. September 2021, please. Oh, here we go with these running about again. There we go. Right. So September again. Oh, it's the King. Oh, wow, that's good. Right. I get that. Right, I'll do this one first. Right, I'll do this one first because this one came into my mind. That's like the rebirth of humanity. And it's going to be very sudden. It's going to be like that. And it's going to be a rebirth of humanity. That's the old way, it's dead. Okay? It's not going to be like just crumble away. It's going to come down slowly. Okay? Because it was reversed. If it was upright, it'd be like wiped out, like a tidal wave. But no, it's going to come down slowly, 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 slowly. It's coming down. Humanity's there's a sudden rebirth of humanity. It's as if by September, those who were still clinging on to the old ways are suddenly going to realise. They're going to realise they've been had. Okay, they've been absolutely had. And the kingmakers I've got, it might be the King and the Queen makers, who in the old ways, I've got to watch what I'm saying, the old ways and the old way of doing things, that way is over. Over. And it's because humanity and the people have realised, finally realised by September, that they can't go back. There's no going back to what it was. Absolutely no way. So, that one's come out, so I'll take the two of them. Yep, so there's growth coming. That's the old way dead, okay? And as you can see, there's still the aspects of that where they're still trying to hold on to the old way of life, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And people are just going to accept it. They're going to accept it. That it's a new way of doing things. And not only are people accepting it, they're starting to get used to it. They're starting to get used to it now. Right. People are going to give up their division and they're going to work together. The kind of divide that people had with these things here had everybody divided. Well, people are not going to be divided anymore. We're still going to have our differences, but it's not going to be a total divide, because people are all going to be on the same page. And they're going to look to the old ways, and the old books are going to come into the fore again, as in, how did we do this in the days, how did we do that in the days, and most people are going to work with their hands and their minds. Computers are still going to be there, and they're going to be there for entertainment, but even the children in school are going to get taught to use their mind and not have their mind manipulated. They're going to be asked what they think, because it's a case of the children, they can learn a lot, but they're the teachers. And I'm getting that the light is coming down, and light's coming into your house, and it's coming into your soul, and people are letting in the light. They're coming out of the darkness and they're letting in the light. See the way the lights are all on, and the lights are shining on the water. And it's as if the light of the world is shining down. So we'll just have a wee clarifier for September. And the way that's coming down, it's as if people are just releasing, you know, their fears. Fears are getting released into the light. All the fears are getting taken away. Because it was the fears that these dark entities were feeding off it. They were feeding off of that. So that was September. So we're now in October. October. It's October. Here we go again. So we'll see what October brings. So far it's not been too bad. There's only a couple of wee dips. Okay. Right, okay, I'll just take these because that's come out. And that one's to come out. people that are going to connect and they're going to use their intuition, okay, and they're going to see these people for what they were, okay, and anybody that's still straggling about and larking about and lagging about, I mean, they're going to get very, very quickly found out. Very quickly found out, so they are. Because people are going to be working together. It's like working together to still expose when these people start, because as I said in one of the other months, the stragglers, they're still trying to get the stragglers. But there's, like, I can see the health of the actual earth is coming up. It's beginning to heal. It's beginning to heal, okay? So, that one. Oh, there we go, that's another 2-1 to do. I get that as, it's like perfection, but you don't, it doesn't need to be perfect all the time. It can be the wee kind of imperfections. They're okay. They're okay. And there's impartialities there again. There's nobody like biased towards other people, and everybody's just working together. Impartial to those who don't have anything, and those who were the scapegoats. They're not the scapegoats anymore, okay? They're not the scapegoats anymore. Because they're beginning to realise their worth. Those who were kept down, the poor, the disabled, the sick, they are worth something. And they're beginning to realise that. And those who put them down, who were manipulated into putting them down, they're beginning to help. So they are. That one's coming up. Okay. Right, this has come out quite a lot. And so is this. See, I get that as the light again, coming out of the darkness. And the whole earth being renewed and reborn. And it's, you know, like I said, the plants that were dead and the animals, you know, the animals are going to be worth more now than they are, and they're not. Anybody that's hunting animals for sport is going to, that's going to be a no-no. That's going to be made a crime. That's going to be made a crime. And as I said, there's still those wee couple of chess pieces to be found. They've ran away and hid. And you're going to go back to basic living, enjoying life, having more time, more freedom to go out and enjoy the outdoors and enjoy being by the sea, taking in the earth's atmosphere and everything like nature. Because the things that you used to be able to do when you were really, really young, that you can't do now because you were working so hard, like 3 jobs, 4 jobs. You're having one job and it's going to be well paid, and it's going to be a job that you want to do, not a job that you have to go and do so that you can, you know, prevent yourself from being killed, you know. And there, see, the light of the world is still, it's beginning to shine. Right, so for October, clarify for October, please. How are we doing? I think we're fine. see, the hard work that we started in January is paying off. So we started it coming into January, we're going to be starting this hard work. And those of us who are in the, the fifth dimension, we're going to be really, really working hard. Because as more and more people wake up, they're going to come seeking the truth. And it's going to pay off. By the end of 2021, it's going to be starting to pay off. It's going to be starting to pay off. So we're now in November. November and December. Right, so November. Right, so towards the end of 2021, what can the people expect? Please don't fall. What can they expect? What can they expect? Oh wow. Yes. Right, okay. I thought I could hear the cat there, but obviously I'll cut this out. Right, what you can expect is like warmth, fear is going to go, and it's just a warm, happy atmosphere by November. I know that's an awful long way away, but that's what's going to happen. People are not going to be stuck in their houses, so not going to be stuck in their houses because it was upside down. So people are going to be able to come out, and the you know what that was here, and this year is away. That's going to go as quickly as it came, as it gets exposed, okay, as it gets exposed, and that's what's going to really, really anger people. Anger the people that they've been misled. And I see celebrations in November. Real celebrations. I see it's going to be like a big worldwide festival. Worldwide festival where everybody's going to be giving thanks at the same time. Same day, it's going to be the same day, it's going to be celebrated, but it's going to be celebrated in November of next year at, I would say, like from 10 in the morning right through the day. So it's going to start, like say at 10 in the USA and 10 in like the UK, 10 in Africa. It's all going to start at 10 o'clock. It's not exact same time, but the time is from 10 o'clock in the morning until like 5 to 12 that evening. And it's going to go on through the day, and it's to give thanks for what nearly happened to humanity. What nearly happened to humanity. Goodness me. Yep. It's a case of we're coming out of isolation. We're out of isolation, but this is what the celebration's about, because we were nearly all isolated in camps. we're going to be celebrating ourselves and our own achievements and how we get through this, and then we're celebrating with everybody else. So whatever, you know, like say I get that as a giant kind of manipulation, which was gigantic. Manipulation of people is going to be celebrated, the awakening of it. So it's the awakening that's going to be celebrated next November. And what's going to be celebrated is the breaking down of the barriers and the breaking down of your clouded mind and you know, the manipulation of your mind. Once that kind of first brick come down and you let yourself kind of think, beginning to think for yourself instead of being manipulated into what these wanted you to think, that's what we're celebrating. That's what we're all going to be celebrating next November. And just last to clarify. Yep. It's a case of we're going to be thanking our lucky stars that we woke up. We woke up to them. We woke up to them. So finally December for 2021. So this will be in 3 parts. So December 2021. Oops, well okay, that one's out. 2021 December. Exactly a year from now. Doing this on Boxing Day, okay? So Boxing Day 2021. Where will we be? Where will we be? Where will humanity be? Where will humanity be? Oh wow. Yep, yep. We will be a new, okay, a rebirth. I'm getting a rebirth of humanity, okay. This is where we'll be. We will be making our own money, not making money for corporations or bosses. We'll be making our own money, own money. And I can see us taking it to markets to sell. So I would say that it's going to be more creative. Making our own money and selling it. It's going to be like individuals. Individuals. Yes, we'll still have the element of working for someone, but it won't be to make them rich. It's as if we'll be freelance. We'll be freelance. There'll still be that element of isolation, but it will not be the isolation of today and what we've been through. It'll be isolation of working yourself, for yourself, by yourself, for yourself, and what you produce is for others. I get that as the old way. This time next year the old way of life will be dead. gone. It'll be gone. Gone or going, but I get a strong feeling it'll be gone. Yep, and it's still to do with the children. We're coming out of the darkness, the light is going to be here, and we're going to learn for the children. The children are going to teach us an awful lot, and I think it's an awful lot of innocence, a new way of thinking, a rebirth of how we're thinking, a rebirth of how we're going to share, sharing instead of taking, sharing instead of taking. It's not going to be see, want, must have. It's going to be, okay, what do others need? What do I need? What can I do for others? Right, what can you do for me, and I'll do this service for you. It's going to be like service. Do a service for something and I pay it forward instead of just taking all the time. And I get that the last pieces of the chess puzzle is going to fall into place. And I'm going to sit back and just sigh a big sigh of relief of what was nearly done to humanity. What was nearly done. And just one last clarifier for, yep. And it's don't let the past hold us back. So it's a new future, a new way of doing things, a new way of thinking, a new way of getting your information. Not to trust people who don't have any moral compass. That's the year ahead. There's going to be dips, yes, of course there is. There's going to be times where we despair, but all in all, it's going to be gradual to get to December 2021. Okay, and I'll leave that with you, and I'll be back next year with more. Okay, bye for now.